Come on. Stay. Come on. Ginger Snaps. I'm excited for this one. I bought this DVD set a million years ago at the flea market, and I haven't seen the movie ever since I was like 17 years old or something. I'm 35 right now. Oof. 17, 18 years old. That was probably the last time I saw it. It used to be my favorite, not my favorite, but one of my favorite movies ever. One of my favorite werewolf movies ever. I was looking for it to make the video, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And I was like, I have another box set that only features Ginger Snaps 2. And I remember looking around and only seeing that one, and I was like, no, I want to see the first one. I want to start with the first one. Maybe if everything comes out right, I'll watch the second one. And I went crazy looking for it. I have them. I don't have space to have them all stored in a single shelf. So I have them in a box here and another box there and stuff like that. And I couldn't find it anywhere. And it was really irritating until I remembered, dude, I don't have the original DVD box set. I don't have the regular one. I have the Mexican one. It says Feroz, so I forgot, and I had it right here in my main shelf all along. It was right in front of me. And I couldn't find it. I couldn't remember until I was like, dude, it's it's Feroz, not Ginger Snaps. Okay, whatever. Ferocious. There's no way to translate Ginger Snaps in Spanish. To be fair, Spanish translations are always ridiculous, but there's no way that I gotta give him credit for this. There's no way to translate Ginger Snaps in a way that would make sense. Ten miedo, mucho miedo. La maldición está de regreso. Feroz, Ginger Snaps. Feroz 2, Ginger Snaps. Unleashed. I'm so curious. Are these movies going to hold up as much as I remember them? Because, yeah, these movies used to rock my world when I was a teenager, that is. It's totally different now. I'm scared. I'm this scared. I'm like, oh no, when I'm watching this, I'm gonna be like this. Oh, please don't suck. Because I feel that they might suck. It's one of these ugly double DVDs. Let's see the Special A Edition Feroz. Lo extraño y lo sobrenatural cubren la vida de esta aterradora y moderna aventura en la que un adolescente deberá elegir entre unirse al tentador mundo subterráneo de los poderes de la noche o, por el contrario, compartirlo. Aburridos de la rutina diaria en la escuela, Ginger y Brigitte, dos inquietas hermanas sedientas de diversión y nuevas experiencias, deciden buscar algo de emoción. En medio de su búsqueda, Ginger es atacada por una rabiosa bestia. Repentinamente comienza a transformarse en una mujer lobo, hambrienta de sangre. ¿Podrá Brigitte salvar a su hermana del demonio que la posee y al mismo tiempo salvarse a sí misma de no caer bajo la misma maldición? Okay, there you go. Feroz 2. Créditos iniciales. No puedes detenerlo. 3. La nueva interna. Terapia de grupo. Adicciones. Fantasmas y lobos. Me estás olfateando. 8. ¿Qué le pasa a mi cuerpo? 9. Vista nocturna. 10. Me ha encontrado. 11. Una manera de salir. 12. Que la salten. Why am I reading this? Feroz. Lo extraño y lo sobrenatural cobran vida en esta aterradora y moderna aventura en la que un adolescente deberá elegir entre unirse al tentador mundo subterráneo de los poderes de la noche, o por lo contrario, combatirlo. Aburridas de la rutina diaria en la escuela, Ginger y Brigitte, dos inquietas hermanas sedientas de diversión y de nuevas experiencias, deciden buscar algo de emoción. En medio de su búsqueda, Ginger es atacada por una rabiosa bestia y repentina. Why am I reading this again? It's just fucking. Let's see. I hope this video comes out right because it's late. I am absolutely exhausted, but I can't waste too much time not recording this because I want to finish these things. By the time I'm recording this, it was one of those days that just decided to be like absolutely horrible. I am actually in the worst mood possible. I'm in a terrible mood right now, but I hope it doesn't come out too much in the video. It's been a long time since I've been in this terrible mood, but I hope I can transform that into something good and not make it seem through the video too much. And this is one of those reasons why I do these things, because doing these things help me feel distracted from the world for a while and make me kind of cheer up a little bit. So I hope I can do something worthwhile right now. You know what? I just realized something really stupid. I don't know why I'm recording all this. I'm saying all these things. I should just leave all these things out of the video, but I don't want to. I just realized something really stupid. I had the way I do the videos is that I record the footage, and then usually days, sometimes even weeks later, I just throw them there, and then time later I rewatch it again so I can record the audio, my voiceover. And I realized I grabbed the wrong file because I already recorded the footage for all the videos that I wanted to do for the month, and I wanted to start out with the Freddy comic, then go to the Goosebumps videos, and then Tales from the Crypt in that order, and then finally the Ginger Snaps movie. And I realized I grabbed the Ginger Snaps file. It's late, it's really late, and I don't want to wait the minutes that I have to wait to transfer the file, the big ass file. So I have this one, call it Destiny, call it whatever. Why am I saying all these things? I don't know. So, well, let's watch Ginger Snaps. I guess I should have the courtesy to apologize for the length of the intro, but I am leaving it. It's staying. The intro of this DVD, it's a Mexican DVD, so that explains the lower quality. I don't want to be that guy, but it's true. I'm Mexican, by the way, so in case the few people that might be watching this might get triggered or something, I'm Mexa. So yeah. Anyways, that's why I have Mexa DVDs. Anyways, yeah. So Mexa DVDs used to tend to have kind of a lower production quality. They tend to be more simple. The boxes tend to be more flimsier. They tend to not have too many like sheets or anything inside. But the video quality is the same. So I mean it's just regular DVD. Anyways, yeah. So the menu is like more chafa because of that, you know. Anyway, so this intro was one of the only things I remembered from watching this when I was younger. That intro I used to love it for whatever reason, probably for the ambience of the setting there, the lighting, I don't know, I used to find it very moody for whatever reason. And then that image of the dog there, it was kind of it was kind of shocking. The whole beginning scene would just get me on a mood, and I'm kind of surprised that it still kind of does, especially this day when I'm feeling so goddamn moody. It's weird for me to feel moody. I spent probably the majority of my life all depressed and shit. And, but it's been different lately nowadays when as an adult, and it's weird now. It's very unusual for me to feel this moody and just in a shittiest mood ever. It's weird, but enough of that. If I start bitching about my mood again, I want somebody to remind me to give myself a slap in the back of the head. So the movie, so far it's still able to communicate this sort of ambience of moodiness and this kind of teenage angst and awkwardness that a lot of us went through. That is one of the reasons why I used to like this movie so much, because I used to identify so much. And I just didn't watch it for the longest time. I think the last time I saw it, you know, before now was probably around when I was maybe 17 or something like that. 17 to 18, somewhere around there. Because I remember having a conversation with somebody who was head over heels for this movie too. And she was like 19 or something when we were talking about this movie. And she was around my same age, about 19 years old. That was almost 20 years ago. That was in 2006. Oh shit. So I must have watched this movie last time probably around 2004 to 2005 maybe, and I'm watching it now. And I was assuming that the movie was not going, I wasn't going to be feeling it too much because I have changed so much, and your taste changed so much, and your expectations changed so much, and things that impress you when you're 19 are not the same thing that impress you when you're 34, and they're not the same thing that impress you when you're 12. And I remember I fell in love with this movie when I was probably around 15 or something. It was the perfect movie to watch in that period of that period of time and that age. It was the perfect movie, and that girl who used to be all over this movie too was my sort of same mindset. And yeah, it was just like the perfect movie for people like us. And even though I have changed so much over the years, so far, by the sheer ambience, the lighting, the camera angles, and the whole, staged of like the whole stage presentation of it all, I'm positively surprised. I'm glad that it kind of still holds up. I was expecting something else from my memories. I was expecting something a little bit more cringe and not to hold up, you know what I mean? To basically, I was expecting to be a little bit disappointed, and this is not being the case. So the movie is about two awkward sisters, teenage angsty sisters, Ginger, the Ginger girl, and Brigitte, the Brigitte girl, and they are angsty, awkward, socially outcast, angsty teens, and they're inseparable. They only get along with each other. They only have each other, and they live in this basically world of normies, and they're the only weird ones, and they're all depressed and late 90s, and they're all like depressed and tired because they don't fit in and they feel awkward and that nobody gets them and all that angsty, moody teenager type of shit. Nowadays, it's really weird to see that. I was just like that. I looked like that, and I acted like that. God damn.
Suicide's like the ultimate fuck you.
Hey, by the way, no. Suicide, it's not the ultimate fuck you to the world. At all. It's the ultimate fuck me in any case. Fuck that shit. Fuck that mindset, man, dude. Teenagers, oh my god. I was like that, trust me. Fuck that shit. I mean, dude. It's not. It's the ultimate I give up. I'm angry. I'm so angry and repressed and angry that I want to fuck up everything, but I can't. I don't dare to. I don't have the courage to, or I don't have the heart to do it. You name it. Maybe you're too self-conscious to take it on everybody else, just like I was, or you just don't have it in you, or you can't for whatever reason. Thank God. And so I mean, taking harming other people for your bullshit, that's bullshit. But it's I give up, I quit. All that harm, all that aggression that I have inside of me, I take it upon on myself in the biggest way that I can, and that's what happens. It's not a fuck you to the world. It's fuck to yourself, and the world doesn't really give a shit. Like for real. But we're all gonna die anyways, man. Fuck that shit. Why rush it? Just enjoy the ride. Um, yeah, I'm kidding. You don't enjoy the ride when you're depressed, but just don't rush it. You never know. Don't rush it. Why rush it? It's gonna happen anyways. Moving on. I'm rambling too much about this crap. God damn, today I'm just saying shit. Anyways, they make a sisterly pact, an angsty sisterly pact of going out together. Because that's the kind of shit that you do when you have that angsty teenager mindset. God damn, trust me, it's true actually. Ugh. I can totally picture myself doing something like that when I was younger. And it's so cringe to admit it that I have to admit it because it's so cringe. And you kind of have to give yourself a little slap in the hand. You know what I mean? Shit. Anyways, so they do gory pictures for like as a hobby. That's how they express themselves. They do all these crazy scenarios, and they do all this actually really creative shit. I mean, they're talented. You see what I'm talking about there? You shouldn't be so fuck. You shouldn't be wasting your life being all like defeated. Shit, look at all that talent you have there. You can fucking you can work in. You should be working on movies or something. You're almost as good as a production agency. You could almost pass out as the people who worked on the special effects for this very same movie. Maybe. Wink, wink. Uh, yeah. That's very talented. That's creative. Look at that one. That's they actually have a lot of talent. I don't know where they get all these props. They're fucking broke ass teenagers. I mean, but they get all these props and they probably do a lot of those by hand and whatever. It's all really good. You know, they're talented. It's grim and like disturbing, dark, but it's really good. It's actually pretty cool. I mean, for a bunch of dumbass teenagers, dude, that's really good. And they do the presentation for the in school, and all the other kids are like yeah, and they're proud. But the teachers look like typical, stereotypical normie teacher type of shit. And that's not what you do, man. I mean, they have to present it. They have to present this character like that to have a movie. But and actually, a lot of people react like that when they approach these kind of scenarios. But that's not how you do, man. That's dumb. You don't do that. First of all, when you act that scandalized with edgy teenagers like that, you're just gonna first of all you're just gonna encourage them. You're just gonna encourage that negative behavior. You don't do that. That's stupid. You're just gonna encourage them because you're just gonna tease them. It's like a dare. It's like you thought that was bad. You haven't seen anything, man. You're a lame ass adult. That's what they're gonna say. Or lame ass teenager or whatever, lame ass other person. It's a daring. It's a teasing. You're just gonna encourage them to double down. And they obviously need help. They're obviously troubled. You don't do that. You don't do something like that unless you're really troubled, especially if you're a teenager. You don't do that. That's not healthy. So there's clearly something up with these girls. You don't approach them like that. You look like a lame ass boomer in front of your class. You lose respect from the rest of the kids in the class, and you tease the troubled teenagers to do even worse next time. You approach them, Look at it the other way. They have talent. You approach them. Hey, you're very talented. How did you do that? Like, you obviously have some kind of interest in these things. Uh, they're clearly looking for attention. Give them that attention, but in a positive way, so you can reinforce better behavior next time. They're gonna probably feel better. They're fucking dumbass teenagers, man. It's not who's. I mean, come on. You're very talented. This is very interesting. I would like to talk about this a little bit more with you if you're willing to. Uh, how did you do that? Where did you learn? Flattering shit like that, man. When they open up a little bit, you can start discussing about the gruesome shit. This is really dark. Have you been going on through some shit? I don't know. I'm not a specialist, but this is obvious shit. This is just common sense shit. When you have already reached them, gain a little bit of trust, you can maybe start asking if there's something wrong, if they need anything, something going on in the house, whatever. You're a fucking teacher, and they're two dumbass teenagers. I mean, it's not that difficult, really. Trust me, it's not. Anyways, moving on. I'm rambling too much. God damn. This day, man. This day. I'm telling you. And then Mr. Chad here's like, hey, can we see once Ginger again? Yeah, yeah. Cause get it? He's Chad. He's the lamest Chad I've seen, but it's still probably the only thing that could resemble a Chad in this classroom. So there you go, Chad. So they're in the field, and Chad and henchmen are all being all or doofus with the girls, and the girls are playing cricket, cricket, whatever. They're playing sports. I don't know what the fuck that is actually. Now I grew up in Mexico. We don't play cricket, hockey kit, whatever that is. We don't play that shit. We play soccer here, basketball, baseball, not whatever the fuck that is. So yeah, they're just being moody, and the Stacy and all the other girls are being Stacy's, and yeah, they're like the the cool girls, the Brigitte and Ginger are just like competing there on who's talking more smack about the Stacy's, and they're talking a lot of shit. And one of the Stacy's overhears them, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna show them." And for whatever reason, they make them play the hockey kit sport, whatever that is. It's funny, I never thought about it. I saw this movie so many times when I was younger, and I never thought about the sport. What the fuck is that? Rugby kit? I don't give a shit, to be honest. I don't give a fuck. But, so yeah. So they make him play that sport to bully them, and their shenanigans, and Brigitte falls on top of a gutted out mangled dog that was just laying there on the field. How do you not see that? How do you not see fields are open outside in the middle of the day in front of a bunch of Stacy's and Chads looking at the distance in the benches? How nobody saw a mangled up gigantic ass dog mangled and gutted out? Nobody saw that. How you know what it sounds? What kind of school is that? What, dude? School sucks, man. The teachers are idiots, and the intendance guy doesn't. Nobody notices a mangled dog in the middle of the field, and they're playing there. They've been playing there for like an hour, and I don't know how long they've been playing there, but they have been playing there, and nobody saw that. Wow. Okay. Terrible day. They're having a terrible day. Brigitte is trying to clean up, and the groundskeeper Willie is giving her a tissue to clean up, and Brigitte says that he was a creep and he was looking at her weird, and he's telling her that she can kill him for her if she wants to, and she's all like intense like that, and Bridget's like, no, man. So Stacy's Stacying there, being all Stacy, and Chad is being all chatty and cocky. For whatever reason, Stacy has a dog, a Rottweiler that she carries everywhere. I've never seen something like that. Why would Stacy? Why would a Stacy carry a Rottweiler everywhere? They're wishfully thinking that they could kidnap it and make it and kill it and make it look like the the beast mangled it. That's what they do. They think of trashy shit to say or do to the normies. Bad boy alert. Uh-oh, he's a drug dealer. Stacy likes him because he's the bad boy. He's a drug dealer. He's cool because he's a drug dealer. Get it? So he's the one that's always cooler than Chad because Chad is only Chad, but he's whatever. But so Chad approaches them, and he's trying to flirt with Ginger because he's thirsty like that, and he has it for Ginger, and she just like stares at him and she's like, the fuck are you doing? And if I was a girl, I would probably react the same way. And yeah, that was a perfect reaction. So Brigitte demands Ginger to promise her that she won't go average on her because now she's getting involved with Chad because Chad is flirting with her. And we see what the fuck's wrong with her mom? They chose the most mommiest, normiest, the most painfully normiest haircut that they could. How many people did they needed to come up with that? The worst haircut they could have possibly picked. That's I mean I know that they were going for that. They were trying to make her look the most painfully normie type of mom, like soccer mom ever. But dude, they actually nailed it. That haircut is monstrously insane. And that she's having the talk with the girls, the womanly talk, and it's awkward as you could expect. So they're going out. They're going out because they're still thinking about the whole kidnapping the dog thing, and Brigitte is probably trying to reconsider it, and Ginger, because she's the edgiest one, because she's the ginger one. She's the crazier one. She's a ginger. They stumble upon a corpse of another dog, another mangled dog. This movie has something with mangled dogs. The special effects guy was probably very good at making dogs, so he was like, you know what? let's just make it. Let's just go fully all out on it. They're trying to take the corpse, and Ginger starts to bleed. They think it's the dog's blood, but it's not. It's Ginger's. She's having a period. That sucks. And she's pissed. She's a woman now. She's a normie now. So she's pissed as fuck. And they get attacked. Something attacks them and takes Ginger. And they start. Brigitte starts to go after her, and she's just like being dragged into the woods. And the whole neighborhood hears, but nobody goes out. And Ginger was attacked, and she's still being pursued, and she continues to be and she gets brutally attacked. And it turns out it's a monster. It's a werewolf. They manage to escape it, but they almost get run over by a truck. And since the truck ends up hitting the werewolf that was going after them, and it turns out that the bad boy was the one driving his truck, and he kills the werewolf. So they're safe now, if you can call it that. Ginger is in terrible shape. She was attacked by a werewolf. She's like brutalized, and nobody's home. Oh yeah, because mom and dad said they were going out. Yeah, it's true. And I think they were taking brother. I didn't. I didn't. I didn't. I don't remember hearing about that. They probably did because the brother's not there. Brother is not existent, by the way. I don't know why they even included him. Well, they probably included that character just to make the contrast. But still, anyways, Ginger's turns out she's healing. She was totally tearing. She was mangled, but she's actually healing. Anyways, Brigitte is looking through her camera, and she takes the final the last picture that the camera took by itself, when they, right on the moment when they were attacked. Oh yeah, because the camera took a picture when they were attacked, by the way. And so that happened, and it turns out that she took a snap of the attacker, and she notices that it was some kind of monster. And my PlayStation 2 decides not to read my CD anymore. Yeah. Sorry about that. This is the first movie I ever do as an iWatch episode, so I wasn't really aware of how big the file was. I just kept making it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and I never realized the size. It was a single long video, but I was never able to transfer it. Long story short, the only solution I could do was divide it in two, and I took the opportunity to do that, taking advantage of this little error that happened here to use it as a division for a two-part video. So sorry for that. I'm gonna upload. If anybody's actually watching until this part, I'm gonna upload the second part immediately after this one. Bye.